Now with an exclusive sneak peek at the final episode of The Last Dance. TJ Holmes is at Madison Square Garden in New York City with more on the team who thought they could take down Michael Jordan and the Bulls dynasty. TJ, good morning, my friend.
Good morning. 4:30 this morning. Stray, I was watching Korean baseball and the National Cornhole Championships on TV. That's a true story, and those are our sports options these days. So sports-starved fans have been looking forward to Sunday and getting their fix with this documentary. And it's been revealing, and like you said, that team that thought they could take down the dynasty, MJ reveals it might be the toughest he ever faced.
Will the basketball great return to the Bulls?
We're down to the final 2 episodes of the mega popular ESPN-produced docuseries, The Last Dance. The 10-part series has built up to this, the finale, as we see Michael Jordan and the Bulls fight for their 6th NBA title in 1998. But first, they had to get through a bruising Eastern Conference Finals matchup. In this exclusive clip, the Indiana Pacers on why they thought they could bring down the reigning champs.
In '98, that was my first year coaching, and it was our best opportunity, I thought, to win a championship.
We were confident that we can dethrone the Bulls. We felt like we were just as versatile. We had Rick Smith, the Duncan Dutchman, Mark Jackson, one of the greatest assist guys the league has seen. We had the Davis brothers, Chris Mullin, one of the sweet shooting players of all time, and Reggie Miller, our Hall of Famer.
It was a grueling series against a team Jordan calls one of the toughest he ever faced.
That series with Indiana was the hardest playoff series we had. They were big, they were strong, they were physical.
If I had to pick a team that gave us the toughest time in the East, Indiana was probably the toughest outside of Detroit.
And remember, ESPN was originally set to air this documentary in June around the NBA Finals, but they moved it up and it has been a hit. Sports fans have appreciated it, and I hate to give anything away or scoop our next guest, my man Michael Wilbon, but the Bulls win it in the end, guys, but that's all I'm going to tell you.
Hey, TJ, hey, I think watching that cornhole competition at 4:30 is getting to you. Joining us now is Michael Wilbon. He's co-host of ESPN's Pardon the Interruption. He's joining us from his home. And Michael, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Michael, thanks for having me. Good to hear your voice and see you, my man. It's been
Definitely.
a while.
The feeling is mutual. And I understand you could have seen the whole series before the rest of us did, but you chose to watch it in real time. Why did you do that?
Well, Michael, part of it is I'm old. You know me. I'm not a millennial. I don't want to binge anything and not binge this particularly. Also, I wanted to watch with my 12-year-old son, who's a young basketball player at point guard. And that's all he talks about, whether it's pandemic or pre-pandemic, is basketball. And I wanted to watch with him. I wanted to see what his reactions were to all of the things Jordan and all the people related to him in this documentary.
And speaking of your kids, a lot of these kids have no idea how great of a player and leader Michael Jordan was. But you and Michael, you've known each other since the early days of your careers. Have you been talking to him as the episodes have shown?
Not after the episodes. We've talked occasionally, yes. And one of the things, the big question, of course, is why? Why is Jordan doing this and why now? And, Michael, for years, I was one of the people covering him, and there were many who would say after a conversation, hey, let me put this on the record, Michael. Let me write about this. Let me talk about this. And, more often than not, overwhelmingly, the answer was no, because he worried then and now about what people were going to think about why he did what he did. And we heard in episode 7, toward the end of it, him look right in the camera and say, I'm doing this because I want people to understand why I am who I am, why I did it the way I did it. And so that's particularly directed, Michael, at the 2 generations of people who have not seen Jordan play, who did not consume him in real time like I did.
Yeah, and he's revealed so much in this series, and you kind of said he was a little worried about how he would be perceived. But have you been surprised? You've watched him throughout your career, his career. I've watched him as well. Has anything in this series surprised you?
I don't think surprised is a word I would use, Michael, except in this way. Even though you could be around it, sort of day in, day out, particularly during the playoffs of that entire run, I don't think I knew that the drama was so great that look at what the Bulls had to manage, and you would know about this better than anybody, when a team has to manage that kind of drama. And we're not talking about shots or minutes played or whose team was it. It wasn't, little stuff. It's big, explosive stuff. I mean, can you imagine a player coming to you as a teammate, and saying, listen, I got to blow off some steam. I need to go to Vegas for a couple of days. I mean, like Dennis Rodman did. You had the general manager who put the team together at a point before the run is over saying, basically, I want to dismantle this. I'm going to bring another coach in, a college coach, unproven guy. And he's just going to hang around the team no matter how much it offends Phil Jackson. And I think it's the totality, just so much to manage. And not only do they manage it successfully, they manage it at a championship level. And so much of that fell on Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan to do that. They didn't go to the GM. They didn't go to the owner. It didn't reach the commissioner when Rodman wanted to do what he wanted to do. They handled it and handled it so spectacularly that even reliving it, going down memory lane, Michael, that stuff is still wild.
I will say that did surprise me because you want to go trip to Vegas, and no, it's not happening. Michael, we appreciate you, and we really look forward to watching the rest of this, as sure as you do as well with your 12-year-old son. We hope you guys enjoyed, my friend. The final 2 episodes of The Last Dance, they air this Sunday night. The final 2, everybody, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, and it will be available outside of the U.S. on Netflix.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.